Hey, it's me, Barb, and I'm a whole new me because I now have only one business, my beautiful coaching practice, Unstuck Coaching. And although I had 15 wonderful years in Bobby Kahn Design Jewelry, that business is now retired, all because 3 years ago I made a plan. Actually, longer than that. That's not really the point for today. I just wanted to let you know. And I'm now in my converted studio, which has been painted and reborn in my office. Thanks for joining me here today, for real. Today, I want to talk about a radical concept and give you a little bit of context. So I think you know by now that I'm a huge believer in ongoing education, a lifetime learner, and a lifetime personal developer, both in service to myself, but also in service to my clients, because the more self-aware I become, the more I'm able to work with my clients in their shift toward creating their best lived life, whether it's in retirement or otherwise. And so I recently attended a seminar with the University of Santa Monica called Loyalty to Your Soul. If you want to know more about that, you can Google the University of Santa Monica and look at the workshop. And part of why I attended was because of a struggle I'm having with judgment, being judgmental of others, having a realization that the judgment of others is really just judgment of myself, which, if you all kind of just let that sink in a minute, you'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, right. And neither of those really serve in creating any kind of growth. It just serves to create numerous limiting beliefs that are super not helpful. So I attended this workshop. It was 3 days. It was virtual. It was beautiful and it was amazing. And one of the concepts that I walked away with was this radical idea of a shifting perspective through ownership. That how we react to the situation is the situation. And I'm going to read you a paragraph because Doctors Ron and Mary Hulnick, who are the directors and creators of the school, talk about being in emotional upset, with sort of the prompt in your brain being, I'm upset because. There are really only two possible choices, Doctors Ron and Mary say. There are really only two possible choices you can make when you're emotionally upset. You can choose to play the victim role or the empowered role, but not both simultaneously. If you choose the victim role, you blame someone outside the situation or a person for your disturbance. This usually takes the form of, I'm upset because, followed by the situation or person perceived as the cause of your upset. We refer to this as the victim role, since it casts you in the role of someone who is powerless and at the effect of others, which is the way many people perceive themselves. And what we went on to practice in the exercise was taking kind of that prompt of, I'm upset because, which takes emotional responsibility and puts it upon someone else, and turning that around to, I am the cause of my upset. And so I was thinking of a personal situation where I was upset because something someone else did. And when I would share my story, and I did a lot because I was really upset because of what the person did, almost everyone I shared it with agreed with me. And they said, I'd be upset because of that too. And I never actually ended up feeling any better. And when I took that upset because, and I turned it around and I said, I created my upset. I had an expectation that wasn't reasonable to have had upon this person who showed up differently than I expected. And I own that. And once I took that personal responsibility for my upset and said, really, I'm upset because I'm upset at my own sort of reaction and triggering. They showed up just as they do from their own place. I share this idea with you today because I found it so impactful and so radical. And I just offer to you that you consider this idea for yourself, that once you own your upset, you are free and in control of all of your situation. And then you move more gracefully through the upset because you own it. Now, you might be upset because I said, hey, we may be responsible for all our upset. Or you might find this to be the most liberating concept that shifts your entire world as it did mine. So I leave you with those thoughts, and if you want to talk about it more, please reach out. In the meantime, I'll see you next week at Unstuck Coaching. Ciao for now.